Afternoon everyone, Ian from DIY Home and Gardening, 1st of March, so time for the allotment update. I've been up here for an hour and just about to head back, so if I turn the camera around we can see how the place is looking. So first thing to say is it's still ridiculously wet. Don't let the sunshine deceive. It's literally the first day that we have had sunshine, and well, it's just been wet and cold and overcast. But yeah, anyway, let's start at the beginning in true fashion. I just pulled a few leaks. So this bed still sitting empty. This is designated for the potatoes, so not long to go now. I have moved the 2 rhubarb and the black currant bush that were there, so that's in preparation for the new pathway. Let's try not to fall over, is probably the thing. So I've got my makeshift pathway up here. So within this bed, still got that small pocket of carrots left to lift, and once they're out, then this bit here is the last bit that needs manuring and tidying up, so that's good. I have, well, you'll hopefully notice that all the hoops are up again, so back in business. This part of the bed has been prepped up and finished. The perennial kale are getting ravaged by the what are they? Pigeons. Getting ravaged by the pigeons, so all the tops of those are coming out. And now that the bed has been moved this way, you can see that this is in the wrong spot, and indeed all 3 of those are in the wrong spot, because this bed is going to be used for something different this season. So my next job would be to lift those and move them. The elephant garlic bed also moved across. Bought the last 4 plants from home, so they've completed that, and for the time being this end has just had a bit of manure chucked in it and some soil on top, and really that's just going to stay as is until it comes to harvest time on this lot. What I will do once I get some more manure is do a blanket covering with some manure across that, just another couple of inches, just taking up to that bottom set of leaves that's visible, and that will add a bit more goodness, organic matter to that bed, as well as raising it up hopefully to the undersides of the hoops, and that's how it'll stay until this lot gets lifted in the June-July time. So this bed again has now been moved across, so we got the Swiss chard, which, if you remember, that used to represent the end of the bed, is where the Swiss chard was, so that's all that remains. We've been working our way through that, and the slightly dodgy leaves the sheep have been having. I've done a bit of reworking. So this is the blackcurrant bush that's come into there. Underneath here are rhubarb. You see that one that I've set up for forcing, but there are another might actually have 5 pieces in this bed now, because I divided them up when I moved them. So I think there might be 5 pieces of rhubarb surrounding that. And this bed here was where all the Egyptian walking onions were. And as I was tidying up and moving the bed, I was carefully digging through and quickly realised that actually a lot of the Egyptian onions had rotted. So at the moment I'm left with possibly, and I say possibly, 8 pieces left. I did have 16, so yeah, half of those have rotted over winter, and yeah, that's a significant loss for me. So this bed, finished moving this on Tuesday just gone, and literally just putting the upright pegs, just so I could get the hoop out of the way, to be honest. So yeah, this needs to get leveled up, get some manure in here. You can see it's all looking tidier. So these little sprouts are no longer bits of grass, but they are in fact the shallots. So I've got the 3 different types of shallots there, got my Welsh onions, and this on the end here is the red gooseberry that came with me from the last plot, and that is all that remains of the Cavolo Nero. I've ripped the rest out. We've used up quite a lot, but it's now starting to go over and bolt and get absolutely eaten to pieces by the pigeons also. So we've got the artichoke there, globe artichoke, doing its thing. Obviously this still looks a mess. Again, this morning I've started prepping this area, so trying to get it a bit more level, and well, basically getting in a level base ready to start adding manure, so it's easier with one end out of it still. So my job, not today, possibly tomorrow, will be to do this first section of manure, probably the first metre, and again you can see how wet it is, first metre's worth of manure, and then that will allow me to then move that soil on top of it to then do the next metre, and so on until I can get my way across. So this bed now, this end is devoid of all leaks. Let's walk across it, it's certainly drier. So the last of those have been picked. That is the overwintered fennel, still alive, doing its thing. Again, pigeons have been going through these turnips, pretty useless. That's the Bulgarian giant leek, so they're, well, possibly still going to do something. And then this is the last little bit of the leeks were down that end. So this bed still sitting empty. This bed here will be the one that I use for tomatoes, and I'm going to underplant the tomatoes this year just to maximise space. Garlic. So I showed you last time that, well, I had been worried, but last time there was some early signs of the Silent White. Just obviously is, well, it's obviously about 3 months later to start growing than any of the other soft neck types, but we now have all the soft necks looking good. A few weeds, a few grass weeds starting to emerge. Oh, I thought I'd lost all these in the winter. Just spotted those, look. Oh, there's another one. Oh, bloody hell, there's quite a few coming. So those are the autumn sown broad beans. I thought they had all rotted, so that's good. So at the moment I can see 3, 6, 7, 8 plants. So yeah, I mean that's a big improvement over what I thought I'd end up with. So that was my autumn direct sown ones. Miles behind the plot over there, because Beckers have been up for quite some time. So yeah, I've got those there, and then this bit is designated for the ones that I had sown the seed of at home, just to ensure that I actually got some. And then anyway, this lot here, these are all the hardneck garlics. So again, they're looking good. Oh, possibly lost one there, but other than that, that's the garlic bed. And then this bed here, well, this is all the onions. moles come back, but just look how wet it is. So I'm really hoping that the onions do better this year than last. Oh, it does look like some of these others have struggled a bit, which is the sensu types. Again, fortunately, I've got some left over that were given to me by a lady at work, so I've got those in some cell trays. So if the sensus do fail, then I think I've got about a dozen plants ish, I might have more, that I could drop in. So this bed here, this is where the Jerusalem artichokes planted. Can't see any signs of them as yet, but still early on them. And that is my 1st of March roundup for the allotment. What a lovely day. So I'm going to, well, just lock up there and go home. So we'll continue the video at home before I have to go out. Okay, back home. Let's see what's happening in here. So I gave everything a good soak this morning on the basis that, well, forecast was for about 13 degrees today. I think they've exaggerated, but nonetheless, watering's done. So sand leeks, wasn't quite sure how many of those would do much because they were growing from corms that I got in the autumn time last year, but as you can see, there's a fair few, probably a dozen of those, maybe 15 growing. Got some Kingsland white garlic there, which has popped up, Carcassonne there, so there to basically plant somewhere and use to reinvigorate the ones that I have of same variety over at the allotment. Autumn sown lettuce, they're doing all right. Bit of teasel on the go, some cabbage, celeriac, sweet peas not doing a lot, foxglove's not doing a lot. That's kohlrabi there. The perennial kale doing its thing there. Got some dwarf Jerusalem artichoke given to me about a fortnight ago, so they're just tucked up, see what they do. They're the perennial kale cuttings, so they're doing all right. Got the large, well, all those larger pots there, shallots, so they'll be going up to the allotment fairly soon. And these are, oh, broken label. What is it? Elephant garlic, isn't it? Yeah. So they're elephant garlic, but grown from corms as well. So again, potentially we'll have another 6 plants for planting at some time. So I've got some Eden rose garlic there. Again, look how crazy they've gone, forcing themselves out the seed trays. Sensu there, so plenty for replanting. Broad beans grown in the cell trays. Not all of them have grown, so I might actually need to sow some more of those. Stuttgart giant onions, so they need to find a home actually over the allotment. I've totally forgotten about those, so yeah, need to work out where to even plant those. So that's cold frame. It's definitely warmer in here. What do we got? 22.1 degrees. So yeah, we'll start top to bottom for a change. So everything has had a good water this morning. So got the Cavolo Nero on the go there. The 5 different varieties of leeks on the go. Then look at those, pepper in a can challenge, they've started sprouting. And then basically all of this lot are all the different dahlias. Still got quite a few that are asleep really, not doing their thing. not playing ball. I'm pleased with the fact that the new ones that I got from Halls are starting to do something now. So Pam Howden, Rycroft Huntsman, normal Germander. I got Westerton Ella Grace given to me by someone on Instagram. My Imperialis is starting to do something. Cornell from last year also, and I've got another Cornell at the back, and Blackjack. So yeah, they're doing stuff. Still waiting on a lot of these ones. Westerton's doing its thing. Winome, but on the whole, very slow, and that has meant that I've not been able to take many cuttings as yet. So within here, Jacinda Hercules just starting to sprout up, so I need, well, hopefully soon be able to get some cutting off that. And then all of these are all tomatoes. Oh, there's a few shooting. Only sowed those 2 days ago. So yeah, they're doing their thing. Lemon balm, Narangilla or Sloanum quintoiensis, overwintered peppers in the tray at the back there. See that little sprout there? So that is the first sprout of hope of ginger. Got some dahlia seedlings on the go, green and white basil there, and then all of those are chili peppers and sweet peppers. These sorry looking things, first are the cuttings of dahlia. Yeah, we'll see what happens with them. Then lemon, it's got absolutely loads of lemons on it, which is good. The lemon verbena, and quite pleased in the fact that the begonia's shooting away. So that's begonia Stonehenge, just waiting on some of the other bits to wake up. But yeah, that's where we're at. So in terms of other stuff, just wanted to show you these. So these are the wild garlic, so they're starting to sprout quite nicely, as are the ones that are planted in the garden there. Rhubarb in here, not doing anything, but I'm thinking I'm just going to lift it all, replant it and get rid of this planter, because there is a significant mouse nest underneath. The apple just starting to develop some slightly fatter buds, as too is the pear, and I still haven't got round to training and tying in that beast of a blackberry, and I really need to, because look how many shoots are appearing. So yeah, I need to get that tied in. I've got to cut out this last bit of dead and take some cuttings at the same time. So yeah, that's got to be this week's job, I think. And that's it. That's 1st of March roundup done for home and allotment. So hopefully you've liked the video. If you've got any questions, obviously send those questions to me. I'll do my best to answer them for you. If you like the video, then please subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to hit that reminder button so don't miss out on the future videos. And I always say it, but when it's like this, you know, how can you avoid going outside and enjoying yourself? So till next time, bye for now.